Maa Kamakhya. So let me talk about Maa Kamakhya trip where I just know that it is the divine Yoni speaking, and I feel like to each and every person it is a different mode, a different way of that God is talking to you in whatever phase you are. I am also aware that a lot of this Mahavidya work, a lot of Gupt Tantric work takes place there, which is why the Das Mahavidyas are always Gupt. Uh, I am quite aware of it, but I am not into the Das Mahavidya sadhana right now. I am more into the divine feminine work, which is more into incorporating the divine feminine into ourselves and using it to purify the divine masculine also. So for me, Maa Kamakhya is the divine interpretation of the divine Shakti, which is not just the divine feminine, but the divine masculine also. And for me, the divine feminine is just so much pure that it can just move the world around. Anyway, coming to Maa Kamakhya. So I happened to go there with a group. So we were a group of people together, and this is the first day I was there. I had a throbbing pain here, and it was like as if someone's just cut my head with a sword. So it was here, and my whole eyes, I couldn't even open my eyes. But it happened, especially when we went to Maa Kamakhya Temple, and I know it was her work on my aura, on maybe my trauma that I have been through, and whatever I believe that was not serving me right was just being taken off my body, my aura, and it was difficult, but it was totally worth it. My journey, my trip there was purely very meditative, purely very reflective, because when you enter such portals, I was there for 5 days, staying just at the backside of the temple. There are some hotels, so I was staying in one of those. It was very deeply transformative. Every day we were doing havans with at the Das Mahavidya, one of the Das Mahavidya temples, and then meditating in the evening, sitting at the stairs of Maa Kamakhya, and just meditating. And to me, some of the, not some, but all of the lessons, all of the words she spoke were just pure love. Like a lot of my female friends in the group, we were all females. I don't know why I said female friends, but yeah, a lot of them were not okay with the idea of sacrifices, right? Because there's open animal sacrifice that takes place, pigeons are sacrificed, goats are sacrificed. So in one of my meditations, when I was sitting there and I was asking the goddess, um, why? And I myself have grown with that because I am from Uttarakhand, so we in Gadwali people. Now it's really reduced, but we also used to sacrifice goats and buffaloes and things like that in our culture. So it's very indigenous culture. So I also consider my culture very shamanic in nature. So when I asked, and she replied so beautifully, she said, "You think you are my only child? You think this goat is not my child? You think that they are going through pain is your pain. That is why you're being hurt. The goats, the pigeons, they don't even know they're gonna be slaughtered. And even if they know, they're very happy to be slaughtered because they are here to teach you about the non duality and duality. So when you have preferences in your life, you're not respecting life. Life was never meant to be the way you want it. Life was meant to teach you that in this life you were going to have everything, you're going to see everything, and we are all the players of different games in this life. So it's like a playground. Life is a playground, but in that playground only there are different zones where we are all at different levels of games. Now, no level is greater than the other. Very important. That's what Dr. David Hawkins also told, right? There is no level which is greater than the other level, but we are all in this playground of life. And so, you play your game. Don't judge what others are doing. And in no way I'm saying that sacrificing is good or bad. I am just saying that she says respect what comes to you. You making it a big deal or not is your prerogative. So when you say that this thing he did or she did and it's wrong, who are you to judge? So when we make ourselves too big in our lives and we think we know it all, we tend to do that. And she said, you think that I will not be in pain when my child will get killed, not killed, sacrificed? But there's a way they do it. And honestly, we only see the physical bodies. You're just seeing me in my physical body, but we are so much more than that. So in that moment, I just realized that we are not just the physical versions of what we see. We are so much more. We are the past versions of our past lives, what we've been, and we are what we will be, and we are what we are not in the physical. We are energies, and we are individual beings, but we are also one. So, in that moment, I realized that we in our minds make ourselves so big, and the way that it has to be done is so good, and this has to be done like this only, that we are actually not serving life. Who said? That's what Dr. Michael Singer also says this, right? That who are you to say that this is right for me? And this I have experienced in my own life also. When I really wanted something in my life, and life gave it to me, and just after I had it, I went, like, my life went completely down. So that's a teaching that life gives us, that the Shakti gives us, that I will give you what you want. But that is also your idea, your point of view, that once you have it, you'll be happy. But do you really think you'll be happy? Or is it just an idea you've bought from the society or people around you? And that is why when I really was in a very lowest phase of my life, I questioned myself that why is it that I even desired that stuff? And because of that, I had a altercation with my therapist also, because she was totally going in a scientific way with me, and I was like, no, I want to go out of my society, I want to go out of my country to see how is Nitika in an environment where she's not even brought up. Will I have the same desires? Will I live the life same? So it's very important to realize that we are nothing, and that's what I realized at Maa Kamakhya. But there's duality, right? Like, we are something, I am something in my own right, but then I'm also nothing. I am an individual, but I'm also you, because I have been there, or maybe I will be there, or I don't know. So the whole ultimate idea of the divine Shakti is to respect whatever comes your way and serve it the best in that time, in that moment. Okay, right now the conditions are not like how I want. So, how can I serve it the best in this condition? Allowance of life is the key. And that is what I felt at Ma Shakti's Yoni Peeth, Maa Kamakhya. And yeah, it was just so profound. So, wherever you are in your life, just think that whatever you're tagging as wrong, is it really?